let's get into hacker replay. Alright, for the first match for today, we have what should be an entire 5-stack of cheaters. Well, just based off the names, I'm gonna assume they are a 4-stack at least. I don't know about Mamradedi, but it is Nero Bad Aim 2 who's accusing the entire enemy team. I don't know what language this is, I guess, supposed to be in, but Varma, Varmi, Varmis, Varma, and then Mamradedi. Alright, let's watch. Who should we watch first? Probably Rook. I assume Rook will spawn peak. I also have. Oh no, I'm on 90 FOV, never mind. Good beeper. What's he looking at? Was that the 360 but just super slow? Kinda like slowly looked around. He's still looking around. Okay, Glacier. Wait, I'm blind. Yeah, this is elephant skin. That is not Glacier. Well, all of them are no skins except for this guy, the Mamradedi guy. And they all look like bots just walking around. Oh, wait. Legion's cheating? He has sprinting cheats, I think. I think he's like sprinting backwards here, is he not? Yeah, he's sprinting like sideways and backwards. Okay, so Legion's for sure cheating. That, I mean, I guess that could be a replay bug, but very unlikely. Normally replay won't show you sprinting backwards when you're not sprinting backwards, you know? Okay. I don't know why Ying was repelled on there. That must have been Ben. The team seems like too scared to do anything. Or at least some of these people are. Like, Legion's kind of just crawling around. Rook's just below. Cav is staring right at him. Oh. He was lining him up perfectly, and then as soon as Glass started sprinting, he was not lined up anymore. So he's looking at him, and then Glass sprints across. What was that reaction time? Alright, chat. Take a guess right now. If you had to guess what rank this lobby is, what would you guess? Because I'm looking at, like, not even in copper. Like, this feels like it's garbage rank. But let's see how the enemy team is playing to see if it is like a garbage rank. Because if they're playing normally and the enemy team is just bad, then I think we know they're cheating, right? He's leading the wrong way, but this guy has like way better aim and reaction than the rest of the lobby. Like, good idea of like mechanics and stuff. This Cav looks like she just can't figure out her lefts from her rights and doesn't know how to move. And then Rook has been crouch walking this entire round. Also, they only used 1 reinforcement out of 9 or 10 total. They only reinforced that wall. Nothing else. Okay. You hear this Rook getting into this gunfight. Let's see if there's a reason for him to know. For someone who spent the entire round crouch walking everywhere, I feel like him quick leaning that was a little weird. See what the Cav is doing. Bro, his aim is so bad. Like, the guy's down and he's aiming at head level at the door. These don't feel like real people. Like, they don't seem to know what they're doing in the game. Let's see. Boss G should be a big indicator, right? Also, maybe watch Legion during prep to see if he sprints backwards. Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think you can do this, right? Like, I know it's been 3 days since I played Siege, but he's sprinting sideways. Like, he sprints, and then he's, like, looking to his left, and he's full sprinting to the right. Like, maybe it's just barely enough, but I feel like he's just sprinting no matter where he's looking. It could also be a replay book still. I don't know. Oh, what a good bulletproof. Bro, there's no way these guys aren't cheating. They all are just like, they don't know how to set up sight. They're just putting down a bulletproof camera, watching nothing, and then just crouch walking around. Holding W and D. I know you can hold W and D. I'm just saying the angle that he was sprinting, it felt like it was too to the right. Like it looked like he was just like looking forward but sprinting 90 degrees to the right. Well, not 90, it was like 80. Guy spent the entire round just sitting on the camera that he put down on this wall. This cav is just a bot. Saw them. Am I watching? Maybe the whole lobby is just this bad because like it's also standard. Hard to say for sure. No one seems to know what is going on. Cav was literally just standing behind Jacko and Jacko didn't even look. Okay, we'll have elephant skin. Not all, but this guy at least does. He's using Boss G with a 1x, not an ACOG. I don't know. Again, I feel like when they get into fights, it doesn't match with how much of a bot they are. You know? I feel like they're full bots all round, and then they get into a fight, and then they just headshot, and they move on. I do agree with Yo, and I do think it'll be much more obvious once we move to attack, but I'm going to watch these just in case. This is quite the power position. Rook Shoddy sitting right next to a door with no cover. The gunfight. Didn't even actually hit the Nook once. What I'm confused about is I think the next match is the one I was thinking of. I thought this one was supposed to be the one where they were like top 100 champs or whatever, but I think that's the next match. This one's just a 5-stack. Oh, died. I haven't been watching the Tubarao because I don't think Tubarao's with them. They said it was a 5-stack, but it feels like they would all have matching names then. Like this Varma Parma guy, he's also like the rest of them where he's like walking around like a bot, but then all of a sudden people are pushing him and he's just like headshot, headshot, headshot. Enemy team's not doing anything to make their odds better, so that's not fun. Yeah, at first I was like, I think the enemy team should be better, but the enemy team seems pretty bad as well. Like new players. Oh, that's destroyed. I was like, what is he aiming at? Why is he saying to impact that? I feel like they're trying to aim him up through the wall, but they're just so bad that they're not reacting fast enough. I don't know. Alright, Twitch on attack with the F2. If this isn't obvious, then I don't know what will be. Also, I just realized that the only person who actually has kills really is the Barma Parma guy who was the Legion. I know he can see the Aruni's arm, but it did look like he was like trying to shoot them in the head. But obviously the wall was blocking it. This. Tried to ash charge a reinforced wall. I feel like he's moving too quickly, but the same guy who I thought was sprinting backwards. Honestly can't tell. Because if these guys are cheating, they're horrible players. Look at their stats after. Just seems like an overall horrible lobby. Oops, I'm gonna hit that. Barely controlled the F2. Too many people to watch. Gameplay's making me cry. It is really bad. Is he trying to shock the Clash through the shield with a Twitch drone? Okay, I can hear like the shot of the Twitch drone at one point, but I think he's trying to shoot through the shield. He doesn't realize that the Twitch drone doesn't go through the shield. Is Clash not behind the bomb the entire time, and yet he flicks to her through the bomb, or does he see her? He saw like the tip of her shield, but then flicks through the bomb trying to hit her. He would have missed anyways, even if the bomb wasn't there. Bruh, what am I watching? And he whiffs. I can't tell if this is like, again, because this is a bad lobby, I can't tell if this is lack of map knowledge or if he like looks at him through the wall, because like he like is looking right at him perfectly, oh, almost perfectly through the wall, sprints over, but then fires late, almost dies doing this, gets the kill. Yeah, I don't. They are really bad. So I'm surprised that they got accused of cheating by the submitter. But they could also be so bad that no one could possibly expect them to be a cheater. This is just blue team being bad. Maybe, but like, I watched these guys and I'm like, they all seem so bad that I can't imagine them getting kills. And then they just keep getting kills. Blue team could just be way worse. It's possible. But orange team seems really bad. I'll never forget the sideways sprint thing. This is the guy I'm most suspicious of, the Varma Parma. He's the one that looks like a bot, and then as soon as he starts getting kills, he's just locked in. Nice. Like, could someone be this bad and cheating? I genuinely don't know. We'll see. I think you had videos with worse who do cheat. That's why I'm like, maybe they are cheating. Like, maybe give the submitter the benefit of the doubt. He could be right. I mean, maybe he could be right. Maybe these bad people are cheating. It's like, maybe... Oh, he actually destroyed one of the cap cans there. And then... both shields dead. I don't know. I would have a very hard time believing that cheaters could be that bad, but... maybe they are that bad. Maybe we live in a world where cheaters don't know the basics of Siege. Actually, we do live in that world. Whether this is copper or cheaters, I don't know. Or maybe it's copper cheaters. This is also one of the guys who, like, has been struggling to get kills, and now he's, like, quick leaning and lining his head up perfectly. Not saying, like, he's lining his head up through the wall, but, like, he knows he's aiming where he is. At crouch level. Oh, they won on time. He didn't even get the kills. I honestly don't know. These feel like awful, awful players. I don't know if these are servo names. I assume they are. Varma Parma 35 does not sound real. Is not real. Okay. Let's try to find this match. Gandhi. Okay. Let's open this in a browser. This guy is a level 60 with a 1.12 KD in standard and 0.74 KD in ranked, and is only copper after 5 matches. His buddy is silver with a slightly positive KD and 170 matches of ranked. A lot more. Also, the person who was the best in that match is the worst out of all of them so far. This is level 48, can't play ranked yet, with a slightly positive KD. And then this is also a under level 50, level 45. Standard, negative KD, can't play ranked yet. I honestly don't know. That was just a bad lobby overall. Let's see the submitter and some people on their team. Sleep Demon. What have you been historically? Oh, never played ranked before? Okay. Gandhi is a bronze. This guy is a bronze. Maybe everyone was just that bad. Maybe everyone was just really, really bad. Maybe there was just no cheaters. I don't know, chat, what do you think? Seems like an old player inviting friends doesn't seem like they cheat. Yeah, if this guy, level 116, he invited everyone to play. It's just so weird that the, like, one of, like, what seemed like the worst on their squad did the best. But, I mean, we've had games where Ben popped off. We had a game where Ben carried us in ranked. I think he dropped, like, 10 kills, and the rest of us dropped, like, less than 4. It happens. Some people have their days. And someone in chat says Legion was for sure cheating, which is the same guy I'm talking about. He seemed like a complete bot, but then as soon as someone was on his screen, instant kill. he's killing him immediately. And that seems weird to me. So, I guess this is one end of the spectrum of possible cheaters. Now let's go to the other end of the spectrum, which is going to be match number 2. I don't know for sure if that last lobby was cheating or not, but they were all very bad players. And then we have this next match where it is supposedly a 3-stack, or maybe they submitted 4 names, but they said there's 3 of them who are champs, like top 500 in the world champs. That was possibly the last match cheaters who are bad or just bad players. This is supposedly champs who are cheating. And in this match we have Stomp and Flame, who's accusing Exalt, Dexter, Doggo, Old Doggo, and then Love. Let's watch the Twitch. No droning. No droning. Joyful is the only one who's not accused, by the way. And he actually droned. Everyone else just left their drones in spawn. I want to watch the Twitch with the F2. This is a 5-round match, by the way. Also, Glacier? That's Glacier, right? Yeah, that is Glacier. Glacier running, Twitch F2, champ. He's cheating, right? I know, actually, okay, that was close enough that you could play audio, but he was like literally just staring right at the smoke through the wall. We won't conclude it yet, but it felt like he was just looking at him through the wall. But it was very close. Maybe he heard him. And Sledge just did the same thing. Where he was like just holding an angle, and then as soon as he was about to push, he looked at him through the wall and then pre-fired. We'll keep watching though. Aw, I hate when this happens. It's a bug where you can't see the gun because of a goo, but it doesn't matter, round's over. Now I bet they just do not lose a single round after this. And he looked at the hole in the roof when smoke got close to it. Kind of, but like you would be able to hear the footsteps of him getting closer, so I'm like, sounds kind of whatever, but then he did just look at him through the wall. It was Dexter I was looking at. Again, no drone, no drone. Like they're literally just leaving their drones outside. They don't care. They don't need intel. Oh, Doggo got a kill. Oh, he's rushing with Callie's sniper. Oh, okay. So he's for sure cheating. No drone. Watch this. He just rappels up with 0 intel, 0 drone. And just stares the Tubero through the wall. Get a kill. Lines him up through the wall. Misses. He knows someone's behind him. He saw them through the wall. They're right there. It's the Warden. Who Buck is about to run into. Buck was also accused cheater. He was ready for the Warden. All this to reiterate that they are allegedly top 500 champs. This is not how top 500 champs play. And Joyful got 2 kills, but he's not one of the accused people. Love is, though. He's literally just... He's eyeing him up through the wall. No, they're definitely cheating. And I'm assuming they're a stack. We can check after. That was a pretty quick shot. How would a champ play? Asking for knowledge. So here is like usually one of the biggest indicators is like just look at how Callie and Sledge are positioning themselves, and like you just gotta think, why are they doing it? So Callie sits here, right? A lot of champs will do this. They'll sit looking at an area, but they'll stay hip fired. They're not aiming down sight. The reason why they do that is so that they can see the Warden, because this is a 5x scope. You're going to be zoomed in. You might not be able to see the Warden. And like a normal cheat would have like a box here and say Warden, 5 HP, primary out or secondary out or whatever. and then they can play off that intel. So he just sits here staring, and like if you're a champ, you're not quick scoping a vigil who just broke open a hole in a wall. Like, that's not happening. And then you like skip forward. Sledge is doing the same thing. So like instead of a normal champ would hold this door, because even if they know Warden's over here, even if for some reason they have a drone that says like Warden is in this room, as the Sledge, you're not going to push this like aiming at the wall. You're going to be holding this in case he swings. Doesn't matter how good someone's calls are, you're not going to just look at the wall and like know exactly where someone is. And even if someone says they're right on ping, you're still going to hold the door in case they move off of that ping and swing you. So he's just staring at him already through the wall, and then the entire time he's just looking at him through the wall. He's not holding the door in case Warden pushes up. He's holding the wall where he is. So this is how you can tell the difference between like a champ and a cheater. A champ would hold the door. A cheater holds the wall. But for sure, the Cali and the Sledge are. So Love and Doggo are cheating. Whether Exalt and Dexter are, I'm not sure. But again, no droning. The only one who's droning is the Sledge. Oh, he's barely doing it. Also, I'm just going to throw it out there. They banned all shields. Shocker. Oh, Dexter's still on drone. And like, see as they just like sprint in. Oh, and the only time he aimed down sight was when Vigil was... Oh! Okay, well... He's cheating, but... I guess we already suspected that, now that's the proof. I want to see if Dexter's also cheating, because I need proof for each one of them. I don't need it, I just want proof for each and every one of them. He didn't even do anything. So we know 3 of them are cheating. Common for pre-fire, bro. True. Whether we actually find proof of Dexter cheating or not doesn't really matter. He's guilty by association. If he is queued with these people, I'll look up everyone's names. I have half of their names. And if they are queued together, then obviously, like... You don't play with people who are playing like this and not know that they're cheating. Also... I saw this right. So, he peeks normally. So this is how like a normal champ would peek. You quick peek to get knowledge of where they are. And then you aim at like where you think that will be through the wall. So he aims down at like head level, which is normal. Perfectly fine. And then he pre-fires, perfectly fine. But then the Cali moves and goes up a bit, and he changes his aim to match her new height, even though he doesn't know that she did that. He didn't see her move. So why is he adjusting his aim to be higher? And it's like, he didn't quick peek or anything, but he pre-fired, hoping to get her. Doesn't get her. That's like my... And then he does that. Like, he doesn't know exactly where she is, and yet he's, you know, hitting her perfectly. I think Dexter out of all of them is like the most subtle. But I think all of them are cheating. Oh. All of them except for maybe Joyful. I don't think Joyful's with them. He was champ. Now he's diamond. He lost like 400 elo. I want to see like what happened. Did he just lose a bunch? Oh, look. Oh, okay. So he's intentionally losing. Oh, look, okay. Look at this. For a whole day, they went into ranked, and then they just killed each other or died, and then lost 0-3. They were just surrendering a ton of games. I think this is how they get past cheating detection, is by just throwing their stats like over and over and over again. And from what I can see, he's not queued with any of the people. Actually, no, he is. This is Dexter's alt account, maybe. So the person who's Dexter in this game, his real account name is RZZV. And this guy made his name RZZ2. So probably a second account. And then I don't see the other two in here. Oh, wait. This is Dexter on the other team, RZZV versus RZZ2? Oh, they're on South Africa servers, or South America servers. Oh, they're boosting. They're like ELO boosting, ELO trapping. If I go to a random game, is it the same people? Yep. All the same people. Yep. Except for this guy. He's new. Or some of them are new. Okay, so they're ELO boosting. Let's see, encounters. Milky Ray is Exalt. He already got banned. So this is Doggo. Dexter's RZZV. And then we don't know who Love was in this match. Let me see if I can find it, but I doubt it. Love is lyric.gn, who plays with them, RZZV. Okay. So, okay, overall though, the point of this, the RZZV guy, oh, this guy is the number 5 champ in the world. He went from a gold to number 5 champ in the world in just 1 year. This really does show that dreams do come true. Okay, so these guys are doing a bunch of stuff. They're ELO trapping or ELO boosting, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. They're cheating, they're doing everything. He's number 5 champ in the world, which I assume would mean, let me pull up R6 Tracker on my browser. So if we go to this season, PC ranked top in the world. Oh, there he is. He's number 6 now. He's gone past all these other people. Oh, is that not the other guy? Or was that just his streamer mode name? Oh, Exalt FPS 280. Exalt GN. I don't know if you guys can see it. Exalt GN is number 7. I don't know if that's the same person or if their streamer mode was based off someone else who's popular. The guy's number 7 champ. He's been champ for a long time. I assume it's not the same person. I hope it's not the same person. Okay, well, we did our research. We figured it out. They are a stack of cheaters who have done a bunch of boosting and stuff, and then now number 6 in the world. How does cheating make people feel good? I think it comes from like, I don't want to get too like analytical and too like therapist on them, because I bet a bunch of cheaters see when we talk about this stuff and they just laugh at us being like, I don't have any psychological problems. These guys are so dumb. But like, it probably does come from like a sense of either you never got like enough affirmations as a kid to like, which means like, you know, like, hey, you're doing a great job, keep it up type of stuff. So you feel the need to cheat in order to like be better than everyone. And even though you get like the negative reaction, it's still like people think I'm crazy good or whatever. Or they just have like a problem where they just love seeing people get pissed off, and that's like I guess that would be another attention thing, going back to the whole therapy thing. They didn't receive enough attention, so even negative attention is good for them, which is why they cheat, to get people mad, gives them attention, and then they feel validated, in a sense. You know what would be a great video, maybe I'll do it in the future, if I got on a call with like a psychologist or a therapist of some kind, and asked them about like the psychology behind people wanting to cheat. I think that'd be interesting. Maybe in the future. Next match we're gonna watch. In this match we have Canada LSNF1, who is accusing Rushboy29. No droning. He knows. I think he knows. What am I watching? Like, he was staring at the Vigil, but then Vigil walks in the stairs and he looks away. And Vigil's still on his screen, but he's not shooting at him. They're not shooting at each other. I think he is cheating. Like, he's literally just like looking through walls half around. Am I also crazy, or does it seem like he has like no issues at all with the recoil and buck? Which I know is not like a crazy gun, but it seems like he's just like there's nothing. Doesn't even feel like there is recoil. It feels like it's just wherever he aims. Might not have 90 FOV. That is true. I'm assuming he is cheating based off round 1, just because at the very beginning he literally just like tracked the guy through the wall. But then you could argue that it was just coincidence and he happened to line him up just because he was aiming at the door. This round he's playing a lot more passively. He's not just walking in and staring at walls. I want to see how he reacts to this Valkyrie being in front of him. Sucks that his gun is now gone, but I don't think there's anything we can do to fix this bug. Oh, wait. I think him hopping on drones fixes it. It does. Let's go. Like, he keeps looking away from... Like, he has no intel on lockers, so he doesn't know that no one's there. But he just keeps, like, looking away from it and shooting at the wall instead of, like, holding it. You should probably be holding that since... God, this guy's hit so many goes. It keeps bugging out. Oh, it actually fixed it. Let's go. Like, you should be holding the locker sandwich in case someone peeks that. This just ran right past someone because he's too focused on the pulse who was shooting him through the floor. That play was more normal. A little weird, but still normal. He's gonna hit another goo. Oh, never mind. He did shoot right at him through the wall, but he hit the hard wall behind. Actually, no, he did hit him. He did a decent amount of damage. Actually, how did that not kill him? I don't know. Round 1 was very, very sus. He's 6-0. He's never had a problem pushing in. He drones. Barely. Cheater. I'm leaning towards cheater, but it is standard. Maybe he's just running in as a champ and killing people. He doesn't really play like a champ. Like, his leaning is sometimes wrong. He aims at the wrong things, focuses on the wrong things. He's just ignoring the fact that Clash is standing right behind him, solo. He's focusing more on the people who are running around, trying to get a freebie. Wasting some utility. No one's there. All of that just to loop right back where he was and fight this Clash. And dies. He's just staring at nothing. He's slowly moving his aim before looking to left. The entire time he kept looking at Maverick and aiming almost like directly at him. And then he does it, he runs perfectly when Maverick is repelled in or repelling in. Like, Maverick's fault, you shouldn't be doing that, but also like I don't know. He just kept staring at the wall. Seemed a bit surprised by the ram being in there. Ram is down, yeah, ram's down from the cap cans. And 90 cam is still up. I heard a ping, but Warden looked at nothing. It's like, let me see if I can hear it again. They pinged there, but I don't see a ping. And like he looked right at her through the wall, but I can't tell if that's because of a camera ping that we just can't see. Because then we hear it again, but then the pings actually pop up. That was weird. I honestly don't know. Who's the accused cheater? The Warden we're watching, the Rush Boy. He's 10-1 right now. And he always seems to just be ready for people. Like, just he stares at walls, but he's ready for them. Just odd. Odd behavior. Thank you, Peter, with 81 months. Will I be running predictions for the major? Yes. If I watch it and get drops, I will have predictions for each match, so you can bet. Yellow ping you can't see? That's not true. You can see yellow pings on replay. They do bug out sometimes, but you can see them. Am I crazy for thinking he's holding the wrong side of the hole? I feel like if someone breaches that, they'd be more likely on this side, holding the hallway, but he's holding like over here, and the only thing this angle would get them is to look at that doorway. The only reason I point that out is because when people hold the wrong side of an angle, I feel like it shows certain skill level, and then usually their rank will be higher than that. Oh, he looked away just as someone finally was going to peek that hole he's been watching forever, and then he gets shot in the back. I don't know. That was weird as well. He tunnel visions a lot. Cheaters love to play Lesion. Yeah, I can get that. You just got a lot of intel, but now he's back on Warden. But they lose this round too, because it goes to standard overtime. Oh, what the hell? Yo, Vigil buff? What the hell? Just invisible. Like, I know he just got shot at. Not crazy. But he does, like, shoot the drone, and then when he runs in, he looks right at Capital, like, perfectly. He's aiming right at his body. And he looks over at Buck. Perfectly. Aiming right at his body. And then just sprays randomly. And then he just tried to shoot at him after he jumped in. And he looked at the Capital again. He just keeps looking at them through the walls. I think he's trying very hard to fake that he doesn't know where people are. And then he's dumb. Again, with first round where he just tracked someone perfectly through a wall, I think he's walling. Is this not a little weird that, like, he aims, starts shooting right when it's on the Lesion, and then just, like, this is, like, just random spraying for the sake of spraying, because, like, no one's up there. No one can get up there. He's just spraying around, just not controlling anything. I don't know. I've seen a lot of cheaters in my years. This is gonna be, I think this is episode, like, Hacker Replay number episode, I can't speak. I think this is Hacker Replay episode like 171, which means I've reviewed like 600 matches that have been submitted to me. And normal players don't shoot like that. Usually, cheaters who are trying not to be suspicious shoot like that. He still hasn't seen the Mozzie. Now he sees him. He had no reason to know that Mozzie swapped sides, so he was looking over at half wall, which is what he should be doing, assuming he goes off last intel. But then as soon as Mozzie's about to swing, he flicks over and is ready for him. That wouldn't be something he could hear, because with Finka going in his ears, you can't hear that. But he swapped as soon as Mozzie swung and then died. So he did nothing for the last like 4 rounds. But I don't know. I think he's walling. I think he's tracking people through walls and trying to like situate himself so that he can kill people as soon as they walk in. Because again, let's go back to round 1, where he just like tracked someone. So if we go back to round 1, I mean this whole round was weird. He's aiming on the left of the door, but it's also technically aiming at that guy. He's ready for him. And then, like, just for the rest of the round, he keeps pushing in and just, like, doing really stupid stuff. Like, he's aiming right at the Vigil through the wall, but then looks away as soon as the Vigil finally peeks. It's just weird. And I don't know, that almost looked like he was, like, faking not seeing him. But then, like, why would you do that if you're cheating? Because, like, he's not even aiming up here. He's just aiming here, doing nothing. And even with, I think even with 60 FOV, he'd still be able to see him. Test it. Oh, actually, no. He's just off the cutoff. Maybe he is 60 FOV. He sees him right there. Let's see. Let's see if that lines up with 60 FOV. He does see him clearly. This is 60 FOV. He sees him. He's staring at him for a while, actually. Like, even at 60 FOV, yeah, he has no excuse. He's just staring at him. And then he's... You could say that he's fixating on, like, this, but this is nothing. He's looking at a wall. He's not looking up here, because he should have his aim more over here in case someone peeks it. It's weird. Doesn't really make much sense. And then he flicks over. I don't know. I think he's suspicious. We'll go look at his stats. His real name is apparently actually Rushboy29. Rushboy29, champ. No other stats, just champ. With a 1.7 KD. Do you guys think that he played at any point like a champ throughout that entire match? I don't think so. I think the entire time he looked like lost and like a bot. How is that champ? Yeah, I don't think he's a champ. If that's champ, then I have a chance. Maybe. I think he's cheating. I think he's just bad, though. But if he's champ twice, like, he should know how to play the game with cheats. And yet he's still... But he also left for, like, 2 seasons, so maybe he just came back. I don't know. He's not champ. He's definitely not champ. I think he's cheating. In this match, we have Lifer32, who's accusing Gabos. Oh, we have a fan. Wasn't my name Bob with a B? Or Bob with B? Pretty sure that was mine for a long time. So Lifer accusing Gabos. Gabagool. Yeah, it is Gabos. He already seems lost. But this could be, it's standard. This could just be a newer-ish lobby. I gotta swap sides because Blackbeard's popping up with an orange outline. There we go. Want it to be confusing. Or it looks like he's never seen a B before. I don't think he has seen a bee before. Gotta update that command. It's still the same stuff in my sandwich. Well, I think Annie's thrown in some different meats now. That was a meetup. I was seeing everyone the last few days. It was great. Had a great time. I got back and I told Annie, I was like, this trip made me realize how much of a social butterfly I am. I love just hanging with people and chatting with them all the time. He still seems a little lost, but oh, he knows that Ash is on top of yellow. Or not? Maybe not. Can you imagine if this was the submission of the match where Ben got his ace as Kaid? And they were like, there's no way this bot could get an ace. It was not him, though. I don't know. That was weird. He seems new, but he's got 2 kills. He also has, like, no skins, default everything. He didn't seem to know what Grim was, because the bees deployed and he was just kind of staring at it, and then he walked into it and, like, looked around, and then he walked out of it. So he's at least new enough that he doesn't know all the gadgets in the game. Also, they did jump in, but they got frost-matted. I think he knows that. I don't know if that was based off sound or what. If that were me, the C4 would have killed me. A lot of our matches today are people who just seem lost, so half the round is just wasted watching them look at nothing. Like this is what this guy's doing, he's just staring at a hole. Oh, he penetrated. Okay. So he at least seems to be like responding to callouts and pings, because there was someone who was, I guess, the dead Valkyrie pinging where they were, and then he swung and got a double kill. Maybe he's a bot in the sense that he just doesn't know what he's doing, so he's overwhelmed and just looking at nothing. At least he's responding. The worst part is, I was like, man, we have so many matches that are like only 5 rounds, 6 rounds. I'm gonna throw in an overtime one. Oh, everyone just left. It's a 4v3 now. So the next match is like a 9-round overtime one, and then we still have another match afterwards to watch. It's gonna be a super long hacker replay. Probably gonna be like an hour and a half after I edit it down, if things continue this way. It's way too late to put it down. He is looking at the Thatcher. Even though they pinged him after, but he was already looking at him. For someone who's played like how he has the last 2 rounds, does he not look like he has like no recoil? I'm not saying it's 0 because it looks like the gun still kicks. But like you would assume someone who plays like him would have just really bad recoil control. But instead when he swings here, the gun stays like straight. Like it still moves, but like he keeps it pretty steady. And I know MP7 is not a hard gun to control or anything, but just based off his skill set, I would not imagine that of him. I would imagine him having terrible recoil. Like that. Like right there. That looked more panicky. I'm also trying to figure out, like, why they accused him in the first place. Because he hasn't done anything obvious. Like, he looks new. He looks like he's kind of lost. I guess, like, so he's new and he's kind of lost, but he's 8-1. I think that's why they accused him. I don't know. They suddenly start fast leading at this round. I also noticed that too, like his movement and his aim and flicking was better than previous rounds. But I don't know if that was just like, I don't know, coincidence. But he did seem to improve a lot this round. Or last round. He looked at the wrong side and then had to move over to get the cav after he saw her. At the very least, it didn't look like he was walling there. He's looking around waiting for stuff to happen. I agree. It doesn't feel like he ever has a plan. He just has a plot. And it's like he'll react. He'll do stuff based off stuff happening, not like I'm gonna go do this. Which could just be bad siege player, new siege player. Watch this match end. I'm gonna look at his stats. He's gonna be like a 5-time champion. I saw that one of the people who got banned in the top right, their name was R6 Needs Me. No, about that anymore. Now he's banned. It's not a controller player, is he? No, he's hip leaning. And I know people are gonna freak out, like, what do you mean console can hip lean? They have to aim down sight first, and then they can lean. He's like just leaning from the hip. I was gonna say when he dropped down, the spin he did looked like a controller player. And he panicked and died. I don't think he's knows the game. I think he just gets a lot of kills. 9-2. I don't really want to watch too much more because I feel like I'm wasting my time, but what if he does something crazy around 6 but not 7? Definitely not round 5. I'll tell you what. Yeah, he's 9-3. They have to win this round to take it to overtime. So let's see what he does. It's gotta be something crazy. Doesn't seem to know the map because he's done that before as well, where like he looks around something, he's like, oh, I don't know what I'm looking at, and then goes back. Got lucky with a bad enemy team, maybe. I mean, the enemy team doesn't look bad. It just looks like every time he gets a kill, it's like I think he's gone 2 collaterals this game, and then I think this is the first time on attack that he's like really droned. So this is also the first time he's actually had like a plan of what he's gonna do. Not a great one, but it looks like he has a plan. Okay. Another free kill for him. From the looks of it, it doesn't look like he knows where to buck either. Like, it looks like he is learning the map as he's bucking it. I think he's done the last little bit of shotgun. I don't know. Would you guys agree with me in the sense, or in like what I'm about to say, that it feels like he got better this round than the other 2 rounds where he was just dying to random shit? Like, it seems to be that he's more ready. He just got like 3 kills, I think, this round, 2 through the floor. It doesn't seem like the same person. Moved a little bit when he walked by. And then he tried to, I guess, pre-aim through the wall. I don't know. It's just like sometimes he does certain things, like, and I think it was round 3, he was quick leaning. I was like, you haven't done that before. And then he goes back to like looking like a bot. I remember one hacker replay I uploaded, and I mentioned where I was just like, this guy has to be cheating because like all of a sudden, you know, flip a switch and he seems to be popping off, and then the next few rounds he walks around like a bot and doesn't know what he's doing. And then I had so many comments on that video where they were like, you don't realize how common it is for like 2 people to play one PC and take turns. Like, that's all that's happening. I was like, that is not common. There's no way that there's a huge chunk of the community where it's 2 people on one PC taking turns. There's no way that's like a valid excuse. Or like a consistently valid excuse. Just died to that C4. Three C4s over there. I think he's changed it because he was bucking 4 times out of 5 in the correct spot. That is true. His consistency to buck exactly where they were was very, very high. He's just staring again, waiting. This one's fair though, because he's waiting for someone to go above, but like you'd think he'd at least have his ace out in his hand, ready to go for as soon as they take above and destroy the electricity on the wall. He started moving backwards before he saw the C4. Yeah, but I think they pulled, 1 second, I will rewind it. I think you could hear him pull the tab on it because like, or do they all just have it out? They all have the C4s in their hand. Look at how dumb they look. So first C4, second C4, he runs away. This guy's holding onto his C4 the entire time. He has not let it go. You're right, he does back away before the C4 even comes through. And you could say he's learning from his mistakes because in round 5 or 4, he died to a C4 there, so maybe he's just playing super cautious. But you are right that, like, yeah, the C4 pulled the entire time. There's no audio cue, and before Turao even threw it, Ace was backing up, like, whoa, 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 C4. You are right. It could be a sign of walls. Then he does stuff like that where it's like someone is there. If he just holds that, he could get a kill and it wouldn't even be suspicious. Well, now, Lesion was slow walking, right? Oh, he kept going back and forth. He was like slow walk, so maybe he heard him, but for someone who has played like he has the entire game, he doesn't look like the type of player who would be able to like play off audio well. Like he seems bad. What if he's acting like a bot at the game and when shit hits the fan he stops, but in reality he's not super good either? I mean, sure, you could always say that, but like it doesn't really make much sense because like why would you do that? What benefit does that possibly give you? I can't tell if he's breaching charging this because someone's right below it, or if he's just trying to breaching charge right above the bomb. Because like he does almost like look at the Capcan who runs away, but then doesn't even see him or hit him. But then gets a tight angle there to get a headshot. He dies to a Capcan trap at the same time as the Kaid. I don't know. He acts like, or he is a bot for majority of the match, but he goes 15-5. And Chatter's right. Maybe he's just pretending, but like, why would you pretend to be a bot and then try to do really well after? That doesn't make any sense to me. That just seems pointless, stupid even, some might say. He has a 2.32 KD in standard over 220 matches. Now, I don't know about you guys. That is a very high KD. Very, very high. And he did not look like a great player. He looked pretty bad. This was Consulate 2 days ago, and he lost. I mean, the enemy team was like gold, silver, and his team looked garbage, but like, I don't know. Having a 24 KD is very, very high. 0.32. Especially for someone of his skill level. And for how many matches he's played. Because, like, people even say, oh, you only play standard because it's so easy and you just farm kills. But, like, even if I'm doing really well, which I am most of the time, I still only have a 1.36 KD. Granted, my matches are harder. I'm facing, like, champs and stuff. But, like, I don't know. A 2.3 KD is incredibly high, even for standard. And if he... The weird part is that if he's that good, he should be facing better people. But yet, even though after 100 and something matches, he's still facing coppers? I don't know. That doesn't make much sense. He didn't even know the layout when bucking. Look at the times he used buck. He barely uses buck. I mean, I can't tell if what you're trying to say... Oh, because you're saying with 200 matches and a 2.3 KD, there's no way he bucks like that. I mean, there are a lot of people who play a ton of Siege and are still terrible at it. But I don't know, if we did go back to the buck round, you guys were right. Like, he did constantly only buck where people were. He was killing people after bucking. He wasted all of his buck rounds. But, like, yet he doesn't know the map layout. I don't know. I feel like that was a bad player with walls. That's my guess. We didn't really have definitive proof of him walling. But there are a lot of, like, little things that don't really add up. And then, again, like we said, having a 2.3 KD in standard when you're that bad is insane. I don't know how anyone gets that. But you guys can also make your own judgments there. We're going to move on to the next two matches because we have been doing this for an hour and a half and I still have 2 more to go. Villa. Remember Evan or Ben said before anything goes above 1.5 or 1.3 sus? It was Evan. Do you think Ben would say that? Ben doesn't know shit. But yeah, Evan's right. Like, anything above a 1.5 is immediately suspicious because if you're... Well, he's talking more about ranked, especially in champion ranked. You cannot possibly maintain a KD that high if you're facing cheaters a lot, which there are a lot of cheaters in ranked. But that was standard and a low-level lobby, so who knows. Anyways, moving on to the next match. Saltwater Drinker is accusing Easy Claps Kib 60. And I did see that the Warden had a champ background. So this is apparently a champ lobby because it's ranked. So surely matchmaking would put champs against champs, right? He did not land a single bullet. Every single bullet missed. Do you think he's a champ? I don't know if I believe it. He did get them to team kill though. Zofia team killed Twitch. And instead of like looking where they were, he is ready even though she changed positions. He was ready for the Finca, even though he had no reason to expect someone else to jump in a whole minute after the other two jumped in. I think he might be cheating, guys. Something to watch in rank proceeds missing all shots. He just did this. Look, I was like half paying attention, but he breaks this window as if to like be ready for a spawn peek, and then he looks over here. All 5 people spawn there. He doesn't even entertain this window anymore. He immediately sprints all the way to the other side of the map. He's cheating. He saw all 5 spawn here, and then he's like, alright, I'm going to reposition. Like, he's literally just like looking at them through the wall. He's cheating. What's crazy is that this is somehow a 9-round match. What did he do to go to 9 rounds? We'll watch round number 6. As he's blatantly like shooting the Zofia or whoever that is through. I don't know why his gun keeps doing this as well. But he tried to shoot whoever that was through the barricade and missed. ace there, missed. And then just blatantly shot him through the wall. Okay, well. Don't have to watch any more of that round. That was very evident. Still going to overtime. Yeah, he's not seem good. He's also, like, they're winning here. So it wasn't even like he had to toggle to make sure they go to overtime. Like, he is doing everything he should be, and he still loses this round as a cheater. Running FAMAS. I'm curious to see if he has no recoil on this. Or if maybe, he doesn't have an anti-recoil thing, so that's why he ends up losing this. Won't be able to tell if it stays bugged like this. I think if I rewind at a certain point, it'll work. If I rewind here, yeah, okay, the gun's back. Can't tell if he has no recoil or not. By the way, even while blatantly like tracking people through walls and pre-firing them through walls, he's only at 8 kills. Having trouble, he doesn't know how to get an angle on this lesion. He thought he had an angle there, but that actually hit the hard wall in piano. Brother. Ain't no way you lose that when you're walling and hunting him. I don't know who should be more embarrassed. Him losing that fight or me when I Deimos track a Cav and she kills me. I think him. I don't think I should be embarrassed. He's afraid of gunfights. I don't know if he's afraid or if he's trying, but he's bad. I wonder if his team is with him or if they just somehow still haven't clued into the fact that he's cheating when he is 14-4. Sending your shield in and looking away from the person who's cheating is rough. Deimos is tracking the cheater as well to try to call out where he is. I assume he's specifically targeting him. I think this lobby is also champs though, so they actually have a decent chance of beating him here because he's a bad player. They could win. They just need to win the gunfight. Which again, is not hard. Even with walls, he's still losing a lot of them. He's desperate. He picked Tachanka. Is that desperate for cheaters? I guess they want a gun that will just immediately kill. It's 2 shots to kill. Bro, you are tracking him through the wall and you still miss those shots. And he's not even trying to hide it. He's being blatant. He's still losing to the... Not even... I guess he is losing the fight. He took damage and Zero still at full HP. Unfortunate for Deimos. Oh, this could be a good chance for Zofia to win this. He had no idea Tachanka was behind him. Now he does. Although I don't think it's likely. I think the cheater wins this. Yeah, he just distracted them long enough. Well, even though he's cheating, he's still ass, but he did win, so it shouldn't be too hard to find him. Look up some random person in the lobby who doesn't have Sturmo name. And then this match took place on the 4th or 6th, so 4 days ago. And it was on Villa. 4 to 5. This is the cheater. His name is Safuji, and he is a champ with a 1.29 KD. Only a 1.29 KD while blatantly tracking people and shooting them through walls. That is insane. He's also been cheating for a whole season, like a previous season. He was cheating last season, still not banned. Previously gold makes sense. That is... I don't know how you have such a low KD while cheating off your tits like that. You should be embarrassed. Okay, we're going to jump right into the last match because, again, this has taken a long time. In this match, we have Black Knight, who is accusing someone in this lobby whose name doesn't exist. I think he did submit the wrong match. You know what? I'm just going to skip this one. Unfortunately, we're only going to have 5 matches because I saw there was one name there that was slightly, I assume, intentionally racist, so I don't want to watch it, and the names don't add up. I don't want to put in the effort to find out who he's talking about. Because the person's name was As I Knows. There was no one in that lobby called As I Knows, so unfortunately, we're going to have to skip that last match. Only 5 today, but 5 matches, and that'll probably be one of the longest hacker replays we've had this year. Probably a good thing we're skipping that one.